This is Girls, Gains, and Growing Pains, a podcast about working smarter and harder to achieve your fitness goals. In every episode, we break down common health and fitness questions in a fun and relatable way.
Whether you're a beginner or far along on your fitness journey, this podcast is for you. I'm Rachel Johns, a bikini bodybuilder, nutrition certified through Precision Nutrition, and a NASM certified personal trainer.
And I'm Julia Ross, just a regular gal trying to get healthier and lose weight.
It is important to note that neither of us are medical professionals, and the views expressed on this podcast are those of the host.
And today, we are beyond excited to be sharing our healthy obsessions, some fitness faves, perhaps.
Exactly.
Just really, we talk a lot about the practicals, and in this episode, we really just wanted to get really fun and really drill down into what has been just enhancing our fitness journeys lately.
Yeah. I go through phases of obsession with things, actually, like things that I'm really, really into. Mm-hmm. I think it comes from my dad. Like,
really?
That way. He'll he at one point in his life became obsessed with bowling, so he bought himself a bowling ball, like his own, like, and he still has it to this day at our house. I'm like, the man has not bowled in years. And like golf clubs and like a motorcycle. My dad likes to buy like big obsessions. Yeah. And so mine are smaller and more affordable for the general public.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I have the same mentality. I know, my dad is so funny. I have the same mentality of like, I go through these phases where I'm like, oh, I love this thing. Yeah. Especially with food. I do that with food a lot. Like, I can eat the same food repetitively for like 4 weeks at least.
Oh, same.
And not get tired of it. But like, I also have like the gym stuff, the clothing stuff, like products, stuff like that I'm like short-term obsessions with.
Exactly. Well, and I have ADHD, so I hyperfixate, and once it's my new hyperfixation, it's over. It's done.
It's done. It's done. That brand now has business.
True. Well, I don't know about you, but I think a great place to start would be the most base practical level. What gym equipment have we been supplementing just last like 6 months? What have we really been grinding into?
Yeah. Well, I like to give people practical things to invest in with their gym experiences, because sometimes I think we think like, oh, that's probably really expensive. I'm already spending money on a gym membership and a trainer. So
it adds up really fast, so it's hard to justify those new additions. But we're here to convince you why.
Well, because a lot of them are like $7.
Yes,
I mean, they're really not over the top expensive,
and they make such a difference.
Huge difference. Yeah. One of mine that I encourage every single person to get are the booty bands that are fabric, because the ones at the gym are usually like the rubber.
And can you describe for our listeners what a booty band looks like?
They're the smaller bands. They're probably like a foot long.
And when you say a band, that's like a circle of like rubber or fabric.
Well, yeah,
that you put around.
Yeah, they can be made of all different materials that stretchy, and they usually come in like different varying resistances.
Yeah,
but yeah, they're like the circle ones. So you'll see a lot of people put them around their knees, around their ankles to create resistance when they step to the sides or when they do hip thrust. And the ones that gyms usually provide are, first of all, really worn out usually, so they're about to snap.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you don't know what sweat's on there.
I know, it's really gross. And people never wipe those down. And I don't know why they think that doesn't count.
Just the thing that's the most in contact with your body.
Yeah, it's just gross. It's truly gross. And so I always tell people to get their own. And I have bands from multiple brands. Like, I have Gymshark bands because I have everything in Gymshark.
Naturally.
But Sweet Sweat has some. The brand Sports Research, that's like the brand that owns Sweet Sweat. And then there's another brand. It's called Tribe. And they have ones that actually now have a buckle. So that if you don't want to try to fit it over your legs to get it all the way to your knees, you can actually buckle yourself. Dreamy. So those are pretty cool. One of the other trainers just got some of those, actually. So, and those are all fairly cheap. And you can buy just a light, a medium, and heavy resistance. And you're pretty much set to go. And it's small. You can fit it in your gym bag.
Totally. Well, and I find myself with Rachel's my trainer, I find myself typically using my heavy band. So I have my full library of bands, but when I go to the gym in my little go bag, I just keep my heavy band.
Exactly. So definitely something that can enhance your workouts, especially if you need a lot of work on rotating your knees outward. Those bands are great in assistance for that. If you're working on your glutes, they're great in assistance for that. So they're good for multiple different things. So there's that. But along with that is something that I always have clients try to get if they can are ankle straps. And you might have seen people using them at the gym where they hook themselves to a cable around their ankles and they kick backwards we call it like a donkey kick or cable kick. Those are also like $6
max. Amazon, wherever, literally so purchasable.
And I think I just looked it up, the brand. It's like Seek Top or something. That's the one I have. But there's countless $7 ankle straps. You can get them in cute colors. And they're small. You can just carry it around. I have a bag that I just carry those few things in, and I just carry them around the gym with me every time I work out.
Yeah. Just takes the thought out of it. Yeah.
So, and then we both have something that we both own that I like are the lifting straps.
Yes. Okay, so if you're listening, I had no clue what a lifting strap was. I've seen lifting gloves before, and I'd heard some of the discourse around, my hands have blisters and such, but lifting straps are different. So do you want to explain a little bit of the benefit of a lifting strap for just a pure beginner?
Yeah, because there's a few different ones. So there's some that like CrossFitters use that are more like a gymnastics grip where it actually goes over your fingers and it covers your whole palm. Mm-hmm. So some CrossFitters use those. I've used those before. I didn't like them. I thought they actually made my hands tear. Yeah. Because they're made out of leather. Yeah. But I like lifting straps, which those can be made out of just regular fabric or they can be made out of leather. Mm-hmm. The ones we have are made out of leather by Grizzly. Yep. And I was recommended those a few years ago by one of the trainers I was working with at Gold's Gym. And I mean, I don't know if it's kind of gross. I still have the same pair. That's not gross. That I got a few years ago. I don't sweat that much.
That's your junk. That's not anyone else's junk. That's fine.
Yeah, I really love those lifting straps because you just wrap them. It's good to have someone to come tell you how to use a lifting strap. Maybe we'll have to make a little reel on that or something. Yes, of how to use a lifting strap. But, I mean, you can basically like secure yourself to a dumbbell, to a barbell, to a kettlebell so that you can lift heavier without the strain on your grip strength. Now, I know there are power lifters who are like, oh my gosh, it's a sin to wear a lifting strap because when they compete, they can't wear lifting straps. True. I'm not a power lifter. I'm a bodybuilder. Yeah. They simply care about how I look. They
don't. I'm here to be sexy. That's my qualification.
They don't care if I can lift a barbell with lifting straps.
With or without, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the glutes don't show if I can lift, you know. And I've always had tiny, skinny hands. Yeah. And so I just don't have as good a grip strength. But like one of the trainers at the gym, he can deadlift 600 pounds with no straps at all and be perfectly fine. So I love the lifting straps. I think they're so beneficial. And for some people, like for them to progress up in weight, they're always like, oh, my hands hurt. I can't do my hands hurt. And then the second I put lifting straps on, all of a sudden we're lifting 5 to 10 more pounds. So like it's kind of your give and take. Okay, you're not going to strengthen your grip strength as much, but you're lifting like 10 more pounds than you could have before on a muscle group that you're targeting. Like if you're targeting your hamstrings, from my viewpoint, I'm like, does it matter if you need lifting straps to do that? Because you're able to target a different muscle more. Now, if you're competing, I hear you.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of in that weird liminal space because for the entire 90% first part of my journey, did not use lifting straps. And you introduced them to me. I tried them, got them at the Fitness Expo. I can lift, on average, 25 to 30 more pounds per deadlift if I have lifting straps on. Yeah. And what I've been doing is I'll up my weight with the straps and then start doing hypertrophy and fatigue training at that heavier weight until I'm used to it. And then I just let the straps go and just cycle through that way because I'm toying with powerlifting. Right. So I'm trying to get used to it. But if I'm going to lift heavy, I need to be able to fatigue at that weight. So well, that's my perspective.
You're also making a good point with that is powerlifters are doing like 3 to 4 reps where our workouts are like 15. Yes. Which is a lot longer time to hold on to. So that is a good point that, if you're someone doing weight loss and hypertrophy training and you're not training to do a 1 rep max, then different things. But I think they're great for everyone because eventually you're going to have to do some sort of hypertrophy training. So.
Yeah. Plus they look badass in the gym. You're like, don't mind me whipping out my lifting straps. It's very fun.
Yes. Yes. And that's actually my whole bag that I carry around is those booty bands, the cable ankle straps, and then the lifting straps. That's my whole bag that I carry around. That's all my essentials for the whole day in the gym in regards to like extra equipment. Actually.
Well, it's funny you say that because that's actually a great segue into my current favorite gym equipment obsession, which is a lifting belt. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes.
Okay, so for those who don't know, a lifting belt, usually like leather or really firm fabric, goes around your waist. You belt it pretty tight. Like, you need to be able to breathe. Like, don't go passing out holding heavy weight, but it braces you. So you breathe into your belt as you lift heavy weights like a deadlift or a squat, and it is a game changer. Like, I have pretty bad back issues, but I also really like lifting heavy. So I had to figure out, what could be some kind of supplement or some way I could ease the just load on my back. Yeah. And so with the belt, I just slap on the belt, you breathe into it, you go down, you brace. It also helps with cueing, which I don't know if we've talked a ton about cueing, but like cueing, from my understanding, as the novice here, is paying attention to what body parts need to be activated, tucked in, flexing at what time. And so I find that when I use supplemental gym equipment, like the bands we were talking about around the knees to cue the knees out, and when I use my lifting belt, it cues me to breathe into and brace my back and focus more on my legs. So I think that's a huge benefit when people are like, oh, I don't want to bring any extra equipment to the gym. I'm like, but it helps with so many different things. It's so worth it.
It's funny because I've seen reels about that where it's like month 1 of the gym, you have like your little backpack and you're walking in, and then it's like 6 months in, you've got like your big duffel bag, you've got your water, you've got your like extra pair of lifting shoes, you've got your belt, you've got your bands, you got like everything.
Over your headphones,
over your headphones. Yeah, so so it's true. You start to get more comfortable bringing in all this equipment.
You do, no.
Because then you start to realize the benefit of all the extra equipment. So,
yeah.
And the lifting belts, too, aren't that expensive either. I mean, they're a little bit more.
My lifting belt was $22.
Yeah.
And it's lasted forever. Like...
Yeah, they don't wear out too quickly. I don't use a lifting belt because I don't do heavy strength training. I am like solely hypertrophy training. And my heavy sets are like sets of 12 still. So they're not like 3.
Yeah.
So, that's a great thing to invest in if you feel like, maybe I'm interested in lifting more, or like you need those cues to get set into your lifts.
Yeah.
So.
And I think like on the subject of gym enhancing materials, I think that's a good way to bring us into supplements, because I know we are supplement fiends in this training household. So I came in completely blind. Rachel's taught me everything I know. So I know you've been onto some great stuff that you're trying to put me onto. So do you want to share kind of what your favorite supplements are that you're into right now?
Yes. Okay. The first one is, so I actually got onto this supplement because of my Ghana trip. And I came back so bloated, and my coach was like, you need to like chug electrolytes. And I didn't have liquid IVs, but I don't like liquid IVs.
I don't either. I don't.
I think, I don't know. The taste of them doesn't do it for me.
It's wrong.
But at the Fitness Expo, multiple years in a row now, I have gotten these electrolytes from this brand and never used them. Like, I find them randomly, and I'm like, oh, those are expired.
Little
like
fitness Easter eggs throughout the house.
I've never used them. But then I found some in our cupboard when I got home from Ghana, from the brand Ultima Replenisher. Okay. And I just took them to work with me because I was like, I need to hydrate. Like, I am dehydrated. I was out and out.
It was out of desperation. We weren't just
I was literally just like, I need.
You could see it in your face. Like, you were dehydrated.
Yeah. I was like, I need electrolytes. So I started drinking those that day, and I drank 2 of the powders that day, and I just put them in my water as I went throughout the day. And now I'm like hooked. I drink like at least 1 to 2 a day. At least. I bought like the big bag of them. I bought like the little sampler of like the tropical flavors, and they're so good. There's no sugar, there's no carbs. Like, they are just electrolytes. They taste good. They're easy to drink. They dissolve well, because that's one thing is
the granular.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, if something's like has a gritty place, I can't do that. So I really, really love those. And if you're someone that's like struggles to drink their water, I think the lemonade one makes it so easy.
What are your flavor recs if anyone wants to order?
I like the lemonade one. Like, I like their basic ones, the lemonade and then the raspberry ones. Okay. Those are my 2 favorites. Okay. Like, those are the ones I reach for. I think the cherry pomegranate's like decent. Yeah. But like, when I have a lemonade or raspberry, just that does it for me. Okay. Like, the other ones, I totally will drink the other ones, but if I can choose, the lemonade for sure, at all times of the day. Okay. I love that one. Yeah. And it doesn't make your teeth feel gross. That's also another thing. I don't like when I have drinks like that where it like coats my teeth. I don't enjoy that. So I do like that. And then another supplement, and I get asked a lot about pre-workouts because that's a pretty common thing in fitness, is having a pre-workout. And so Ephraim and I use Bucked Up a lot, the brand Bucked Up, and I still always love Bucked Up.
Yeah.
It's great. But I am like also the person that likes to try other ones. Yeah. But what's nice is Ephraim doesn't. So we always have Bucked Up stocked.
Oh, ideal.
We have it stocked here.
Yeah.
All the time. We have the pre-workout. We have the pump, which the pump helps, get the blood flowing, whatever. Mm-hmm. We have the creatine here. We have the L-gluten. We have everything Bucked Up here. Great. And then at work, I keep my own supplements at work too. And right now I have the Ghost supplements. I have 3 Ghost supplements. And I have learned my lesson with the Ghost supplements because they're great, first of all. The pre-workout Welch's grape juice flavor is phenomenal.
Okay.
It is phenomenal. And it works. Like, it really does fire you up for your workout.
Yeah.
However, I bought the pump, which I like having pump, and it is a flavorless pump because when you mix everything together, stuff doesn't always taste great.
They make pump flavorless?
I didn't know that either.
What? Oh, you heard it here first. People. Flavorless pump? All right.
So I mix that, and then I have creatine.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing...
Wait, real quick. Have we talked about creatine on the pod before? I don't know if we have.
I don't know. But if you don't know much about creatine...
Just like in a sentence.
Yeah. It basically drives water to your muscles to help you gain muscle mass.
Yeah.
A lot of people take creatine. There's a whole thing. We'll do an episode on creatine.
That's conversation. Just so it's not a random...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do some research on it. It's a good supplement. But the only thing is all three of these supplements have beta-alanine in it.
And for our viewers who might have missed a previous episode, what's beta-alanine?
Beta-alanine is what's in the supplements that makes you itch from pre-workouts.
Like itch.
Like your face, everything starts itching. Now, the thing with Ghost to be mindful of is all 3 of those things that I got have the clinical dosage of beta-alanine, not like the lower beta-alanine that you would find in another pre-workout.
You did not tell me that.
They have clinical dosage. So they're like 3,200 milligrams. So now I've had to start doing a third of a scoop of all.
Yes.
Because I can't. Like the first day I got them, I just tried all 3 and
She texted me and I was like, did you do coke? Like what? Like literally what happened?
It was like, and this is the message to always read how much beta-alanine is in your supplements. Well, because creatine doesn't normally come with beta-alanine in it.
No.
And pump doesn't either.
No.
It's usually only pre-workouts.
I've never associated
That's
that
why
with
I was like, why? And then I read it again. And I was like, oh my gosh, all 3 of these.
You read as your hands are like shaking. You're like,
yeah, I was like, why is this going crazy? So I like the supplements, to be honest.
Yeah,
I do.
The stuff. Yeah.
The Ghost is great. It's just a lot of beta-alanine. So like I need to go back and find like the pump that doesn't have beta-alanine, the creatine with no beta-alanine. Because the pre-workout flavor is probably the best flavored pre-workout I've ever had.
Wow.
And I have to mix salt in mine per my coach. To help with, pump and everything like that. And so just having a little bit of salt with that and not having all these other flavors makes it great. So anyway, that's the end of my supplement
That's a genius talk. I'm still stuck on the flavorless pump. That's brilliant. Because
I've never seen it either.
Well, normally I'm like a mixologist. I'm like, okay, so we have some freaking sour gummy worm here with some blueberry there.
I know, it's always gross.
Nasty.
It's always gross.
Nasty.
Yeah. Do you have any supplements that you're taking?
I will live and die by the blade that is All Max's amino acids cuts fat burning supplement. My god, this stuff, it's super affordable. I got it at a convention for super cheap.
Really
buying
cheap.
It online. Yeah.
It was like $10.
The cheapest supplement I have ever purchased, and by far the most helpful as far as like things that don't affect my like specific gym performance. Like this is more just like more in the creatine realm of like it's like all day, you know? So this fat burning supplement, I will warn you, you will sweat a lot.
It's super effective.
When I tell you I lost like 15 pounds very healthily on my same diet with my same routine over the course of like a month on this fat burner, like game changing. Absolutely a game changer. But I texted Rachel one time. I snuck into the bathroom on a date because I was dripping sweat. Like, not just dripping, like, wow, that girl looks a little sweaty. Like, there was literal droplets like it was raining below me and this is like obviously an extreme situation because I was very nervous.
Yeah.
But also I was on the fat burner. And so what we've started doing now is Rachel will have me cycle the fat burner. So I'll do the fat burner for like a week or two and then give my body a break.
Like for a longer break, usually like 1 week on, like 2 weeks off if in that. And I've been on fat burners before. I have not taken that one. You got that one when Ephraim recommended it to you because Ephraim, he took it. And he was like, I lost so much weight on this fat burner.
You could see some fear in his eyes.
Yeah,
he was like, that stuff works.
That stuff works.
Well, because I was just walking around the convention, the fitness convention we went to, the three of us, and I was like, la la la, I need a fat burner. And Ephraim goes, oh, there's one that you're gonna, I was like, look, dude, I'll trust you. And we go up, sure enough, and it absolutely changed my life.
Yeah, because I've taken the Evagen one, because I took it when I was prepping last year. And I've always responded pretty well to fat burners. And that one, some people get really nauseated because it's a thermogenic, so it's like heating you up. Which you already sweat pretty well.
Well, I already sweat a lot. I'm already very nauseous, so that's part of why we can't take it for as long as we...
Yeah, you have to be mindful of your supplements, and that's why it's good to have a trainer to kind of guide you.
Well, and also on the, like, trainer supplement guiding train as well. Like, I was taking my morning Adderall for my ADHD. I was having a Rain energy drink in the morning, which is 200 milligrams of caffeine. Then I was taking my fat burner at, like, 10 a.m., which I calculated is, like, I think 320 milligrams of caffeine in the fat burner alone.
Oh, and you were drinking that.
And I was drinking it. So right now my tally is 550 grams of caffeine with an Adderall, and it's noon. And so then the day would continue, and then I would take my 200 milligrams of caffeine pump before, like my pump plus pre-workout mix before going to the gym. And then I'd come home and I'd be like, golly, I really can't sleep. I'm just not sleepy. That's so weird. Or like, wow, I feel really nauseous. So definitely I would advise you, when you are managing your own supplements, please read the labels. And if it is within your means, have a trainer advise you on your supplements.
And also tell your trainer when you're drinking energy drinks. I didn't know you were drinking the Rain in the morning. I have one in the fridge sitting there because I can't get myself to drink that much caffeine at one period of time.
Okay, see, I think that's my problem is, like, I do not have a great sleep quality. I have, like, a sleep disorder, and so I just have grown up pounding caffeine. Like, before I started trying to lose weight, I was a Trenta, I don't know how Starbucks food, a Trenta pink drink, no ice was my caffeine intake every single day.
Yeah.
And
plus the sugar from that too.
Plus the sugar and the green tea or the green coffee extract pink drink, like by itself, it's pound for pound, the pink drink is the most caffeinated beverage on. So I'm just a caffeine fiend. But on the topic of stuff, like as you integrate new stuff, like yes, be transparent with your trainer.
Be transparent with your trainer.
Transparent and just be aware. And I was actually in a dance class yesterday, and my coach and I were talking about body awareness. And I think that body awareness is not talked about enough when you start taking supplements. Because we talk about it all the time, like, how's this, like, weight feeling? But, like, if you're taking a supplement and you're feeling off, like, don't freak out, but, like, take a second to tune in and see what you're feeling, you know? Yeah,
I actually don't have a lot of clients who are on a ton of supplements, mostly just vitamins recommended from their doctors and probiotics, like that. But like when you want to power lift and stuff like that, and you lift with me, so you see me drinking my stuff.
I see the potential. I mean, don't feel like you need supplements, but just
you definitely don't.
Yeah, but as someone who's like newer and who has made a lot of progress really fast, I will attribute some of that to supplements, undoubtedly.
Yeah. I think too, sometimes for me, it's like a mental thing, like. Ephraim's that way too. Like, if we do not have our pre-workout and pump, we're like, we're gonna have a terrible workout. We're such drama queens. We're like,
the weight, like, literally the fact you said that, because I've been out of pump for like a week now, and I just, my life is crumbling. We'll get to that later. I just, like, have not been able to get to a GNC, and when I go to the gym, like, I feel like a little mouse. I feel like a little baby mouse. I'm like,
I think a lot of it's mental, but
it's 100%. Well, everything we've talked about so far, quite honestly, I think there's a mental component to all of it. Like, there's something mentally about putting on a belt and lifting straps and approaching the weight as opposed to just walking up like in your tennis shoes, you know? Like,
well, I think because like when I it's like the spotting thing. Yeah, there is a mental component of like, well, I have the strap, so like obviously I'm going to be able to lift more.
Yeah.
So there is a mental component to it. Yeah.
Just to add to the innumerable benefits we have already described. Also, none of this is sponsored. I want to say that, right? Because I realize we've been naming a lot of stuff. But none of this is sponsored.
But if any of these brands would like to.
I would like to afford more of what we're about to talk about next, which is gym clothes. Everyone's a favorite. Boys, girls, anyone in between. We love our gym clothes.
Yes.
Especially, I mean, what was that reel that we love? It's like, the gym is not a fashion show. And it's just the girl, like, showing up in the most fire fits every day just to prove them. It is a fashion show. I will die on that hill.
I believe that when you dress for the gym in an outfit that you feel confident in, that it mentally affects your lift. Mm-hmm. And that's why literally my closet's open actually right now.
Your
as
beautiful closet. Oh,
so it's mostly Gymshark.
Yes.
I am a Gymshark girly to my inner core.
Yes.
I love going to the events. I love, shopping all the drops. Whitney Simmons, as we've said
she's
before.
She's like a real fan. Like, she has pictures with Gymshark athletes. Like, she's legit.
I follow them all.
Yes.
And it makes all the difference for me. Like, I pick out my clothes based on what muscle group I'm working out. It's like,
you always say that, but can you explain, like, for people, because I just caught on how to do that, like, maybe 2 weeks ago. So give us, like, a pro tip. Like, let's say I'm hitting back. What kind of style are you dressing for that day? It's like a back.
I wish I could go pick them up and bring them.
That's another reel. Stay tuned.
So for back day, I always wear something that does have more of an open back, where it's like a strappier back, or like a halter. I have some halter.
Oh, the halter sports bras. Hottest thing to ever grace the earth. Thank you to whoever invented the halter sports bra. You are loved.
Yeah, so that's like my back day. But the one that I always tell people to not forget is for shoulder day. Is these sports bras that are higher neckline, which are always the ones people pass on for some reason. That since they have a higher neckline, they usually cut in more around the shoulders, which accent and make the shoulders look a little bit bigger.
Whoa.
And it shows more of like your front delts because it cuts in a little bit instead of having the strap here. It really just like flows with the shape of the shoulders.
Oh, that's
and like
fun.
Every time I wear this one specific green outfit, that's like, I call it my lizard outfit because it's literally like lizard print. I get so many compliments from managers, from people on the floor, like my clients. Everyone is just like, that looks so good. And I'm like, that's the secret.
Exactly.
So, yeah. And then bottoms, if I'm doing like quads, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to wear shorts.
Yeah.
But sometimes if I'm doing glutes and hamstrings and stuff like that, sometimes I will wear leggings because I feel like the exercises that I do, like the seated leg curls, I don't like to be in shorts. And I don't like to do abductions in shorts because I feel like I'm sticking to the machine.
It's interesting you say that because this isn't necessarily like on the topic of the episode of being like the brand that we like, but I think like I also choose my outfit based on what I'm going to be doing that day, but I choose it a lot, and this could just be like internalized purity culture, but like if I'm doing like back day, my back day has a lot of, or it always has a lot of like bent over rows in it and stuff, and like I've got some girlies, and so I will wear on days where I know I'm gonna be like bending over, and like especially the cameras are hard to see, but like when you have to do workouts where you put your wrists really close together on the bar, like,
and it squishes the girls together.
It pushes the girls together, and when you're a girl on the weights floor and you're wearing a sports bra and you're doing these like bicep curl, like pushing your tits together, like it becomes distracting. Honestly, sorry, if other people, I will go by my purity culture. If you're looking at me inappropriately, cut your own eye out. That's not my problem. But like, if I'm feeling uncomfortable in the outfit I'm wearing, it does distract me from my lifting. And so I will think ahead, like exactly what you said. If I'm doing like the hamstring curls where you're literally, folks, your stomach down, ass up, lifting your legs for everyone to walk by, like those are the same thing. No shorts those days, just optimize it. And then when you expand your gym clothes library, you have even more options to pick from. So many options.
That's like my favorite thing to do in the morning is go pick out my clothes.
Yeah.
And then, so Gymshark, Julie and I both own Gymshark. The photo from this podcast is all Gymshark outfits. All Gymshark. But we went to the fitness expo together. When was it? January. And there was this brand there that I had never actually heard of.
Literally never in my life.
And so we walk over.
We are like, I need to pause. We are deeply entrenched in the fitness attire.
I know. I don't know how I missed this.
Truly. One. So carry on.
Yeah. So we walk over, and it's called Define. Mm-hmm. Defyne.
Spelled stupidly, but besides the point.
And we were like, oh my gosh, the girls selling the stuff were like, the outfits were so cute on them. And I was like, oh, we got to get this. So we bought some clothes, and we go, like, the clothes are so nice. First of all, they are booty scrunchy. Okay, they are gonna ride up your butt. Okay,
but I need to step in here as someone with ADHD. I have sensory issues, pun intended, up the wazoo. And so I could never wear booty scrunch shorts because sensory wise, I was just pulling it out of, I rarely, sorry if this is TMI, I rarely wear thongs because I don't like stuff on my crack. But when I found these Define booty shorts, it's seamless.
They're so good.
You don't feel it up your butt.
No.
And it's so good.
They have mastered the booty scrunch.
And out of nowhere, they just showed up onto the scene and said, here's our patented, I don't know, they should patent it, honestly.
Yeah. And the material is really nice.
Buttery, but we do need to disclose.
Some of the colors are a little more see-through, but honestly, that's with every brand.
Yeah. And we, like, if you want to order too, you could ask us, like, I've now tried, like, almost all the colors, like, white, avoid white, but blue, solid.
I could do cardio in white. To be honest.
Well, you could. I sweat, so the white goes.
Yeah, it just depends. Like,
well, and too, with like the sizing too, when you're ordering gym clothes, especially the booty scrunch stuff, you can size up too if you want the booty scrunch to be less up your crack, and if you're worried about like the see-throughness, because it is more of a factor with booty scrunch.
For sure,
is the see-through. So I would say, because I just learned that, so like I got really cute black leggings from Define, fit great, so sexy. Too sexy. So we're going to send them back in, and I'm going to get a size bigger than I have in all of my lighter color ones, just to be for posterity. And
just as a gym lingo, if you haven't listened to gym lingo, but this should have been added, is squat proof. Do you know the term squat proof?
Oh.
It's basically the leggings.
I had to learn the hard way, but golly, yes.
If you squat and you can see through your leggings, that means it's not squat proof, and that means maybe that day you do shoulders.
Yeah, well, and that was like Lululemon's whole shtick when they rebranded, was like, now our leggings are squat proof, and now I feel like it's much more, because, I mean, you remember in 2012, like, leggings were merely gauze. There was nothing there in 2012, and now I feel like the leggings are a lot thicker.
They have evolved.
Yes, they have evolved.
So, but we like Gymshark and Define. I think those are our two. And it was so funny, too, though. We came home, and I was, like, looking up the brand, and the girls that were selling all the stuff to us were, like, they're big influencers. Like, they're huge fitness influencers.
Like, famous.
And we had no...
we were literally just like, does my butt look good in this? And they were like, yeah, girlfriend. And we were like, okay, that's
and they're all from other countries. I don't even know what country they're
like,
from.
Probably, like, Denmark and Sweden. They're so beautiful.
Like, they really modeled well.
I was like, you could tell me to buy a pile of poop, and I would just buy it all and give the extras. Like, but yeah, no, they did us right. And I will say, every time I wear Define, whether it's the tops, the bottoms, the combos, to dance class, to the gym, whatever workout setting, everyone stops me and is like, where did you get those?
Yeah.
Where did you get those? Every time, because they have that open back sports bra.
That looks super nice.
Super good. They have the halter, super nice. The booty scrunch shorts, literally.
Leggings, everything.
Like, I love Gymshark. I love Gymshark, but I have never been asked more where I got my clothes than when I wear Define.
Yeah. I think I get asked more when I wear my Gymshark.
Yeah.
But I think I usually choose, like, the more unique Gymshark fits to go for.
Well, you have cute matching Gymshark. I have, like, the black camo Gymshark leggings that literally 4 other girls are wearing at the gym. Like, we Gymshark very differently.
Yeah, I purchase every Gymshark drop, basically. Yeah. Anyway. We will, move past my healthy obsession with the Gymshark clothing.
Gymshark clothing.
That's the one thing Ephraim's like, you need to stop.
Never.
No, we have a whole closet just for me to have my Gymshark, so.
We will get you sponsored.
Yes, please.
So we've covered clothes, we've covered equipment, we've covered supplements. I think something really practical that we haven't discussed yet, and it's kind of the biggest game changer of it all, is our diet. What foods are we on right now?
Let me tell you, my foods are never the ones that everyone's running to eat. And I'm fully aware of that. But I was just listening to someone else saying about this, is sometimes people are like, well, don't you want to eat normal food? And they're like, shouldn't, eating healthy foods be normal?
Yeah.
But we're gonna work towards that.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what I've been eating.
You want to see in the world.
Okay, so the first thing that I absolutely have to have now
Hit it.
is the cottage cheese duos, and it's the Nudson's brand. Like, it's Knudsен.
Okay, secret
Okay.
K. Okay.
And they have, like, cottage cheese on one side and, like, a little fruit puree on the other side. And you can't really dump it, you have to use a spoon.
Yeah.
Mix it together. The pineapple one, just every morning.
Really?
I'm obsessed. I have the peach one in the fridge right now because they were out of the pineapple one.
Mm-hmm.
But I am obsessed with it. And it's cheaper than the Daisy's one. The Daisy cottage cheese.
Yeah.
But in the morning, first of all, I'm always on a low-fat diet. So this is, like, 1 gram of fat for this. And it has, like, 13 grams of protein and a little bit of carbs. So, like, it kind of gets my day going really well. And I don't feel bloated. I feel good. And honestly, it tastes great for me. And if you haven't tried cottage cheese as an adult, try it again as an adult. Because I hear that from everyone that they didn't like it as a kid. And then I forced them to try it as an adult.
Truly.
And they like it. So that's my first one. I'm going to do a second one real quick.
Please.
Because
off.
this other one is something that I'm also obsessed with. That's not in my freezer right now because it was heartbreaking. Even I drove to the grocery store for these. And the freezers had broken at Ralph's the other day. And so the aisles were flooded in the freezer section, so I couldn't get it. And Ephraim's like trying to get someone to go get that because that was the only reason we went. But it's the Yasso, Yasso, the chocolate crunch, like vanilla Greek yogurt bars. Phenomenal. I mean,
That good, huh?
Phenomenal snack for nighttime.
Okay.
That brand in general has really good low fat and like
their coloring's like purple, right? Like their boxes are kind of purpley.
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I just pull it out of the box and I don't even think twice because they're so good and they're such good calorie count. So those are two that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
Now something that you and I've talked about for you is having drinks that you like to drink because you're at home a lot working from home. So what are some of those that you've been diving into?
So drink-wise, this isn't necessarily like the beverage, but I highly, highly recommend. I have tried every water bottle under the sun. I highly recommend getting a 40-ounce straw cup with a handle. I know that's so specific, but trust me when I tell you, I have a 60-ounce hydro. I have a hydro with the flip straw. I have the swell. I have been around the block, my friends. I love me a reusable water bottle. But I have noticed the biggest difference. I think it's Simply Modern, Slim or something. I don't know.
From Target.
Yeah.
Simply Modern.
Yeah, it's like 40 ounces, has a handle, has a straw, easiest way to just chug water. So that's
and if you drink 3 of those, that's 120 ounces. That's almost a gallon.
And then you don't need to count, which is what I do every day. And then like we talked about in that other episode, I set my little timer. Like, is it noon? Do I still have a water bottle full of water? Let's fix that. And then easy peasy. So that's for water. Other hydration sources, I love sparkling ice. They're
so good.
Very good. They fill me up, so they make me feel less hungry, which is a huge hack. Huge hack. It feels like I'm drinking a fun little soda.
Wait, which flavor?
Oh, yes. Okay, flavor.
What's the top flavor for you?
Top flavor is classic lemonade. I don't even like it the best.
Wait, are we just lemonade girls?
No, I don't know. Well, and I'm trying to really critically evaluate this. I'm like, why lemonade?
It's so good.
It's a classic. And then blackberry is my other go-to. Yeah, those are good. So I drink those. They're like $1.19. You can get them.
They almost always have 10 for 10.
Yeah, 10 for 10. Yeah, you can get. I love getting the lemonade 12-pack. It's even a little cheaper than a 10 for 10, and you don't have to like hand pick them. That. Yeah, and that one comes with strawberry, raspberry, and normal. Love it. So lots of ice. Also started drinking. I'll mix half an ice. Like, so I'll get the ice lemonade, and I'll put the sparkling ice in a cup, and then I'll put the other like 8 ounces or however big the cup is, and I'll fill it Simply Lemonade. If you know that brand, for the super good kind of pulpy lemonade that has the green lid, they recently came out with a lower sugar content one, and it's good. It's nowhere near, like, we'll talk about your favorite lemonade in a second. Like, your lemonade is much better. Mine still tastes like Simply Lemonade. The other one tastes a little funk to me, not gonna lie. This still has the whole like pulpy, so good. And then you cut the carbs in half, because you're putting it in with sparkling water, and then it feels like you're having a mocktail any time of the day. It's very fun. So I'll do that, and then I think the last beverage I'm addicted to is just the Rain energy drink, but again, warning, 200 milligrams, it's a lot. I know when we have one, we split it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I haven't been drinking full energy drinks in a long time now.
You've been doing really good about that.
And if I do, I only have like a half of a can.
Yeah.
I am finishing up my last semester of school right now in the next like 2 weeks. So it's actually, I've gotten 8 hours of sleep the past 2 nights, so I actually feel pretty good. She
has been, I kid you not, the most responsible human being. Like, so disciplined, so responsible. Just plug it there. Just shout out. So proud.
But that's my Enneagram.
I know.
I learned my Enneagram.
Oh my god, we should do a fitness and in the Enneagram.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I am a competitive, disciplined girl.
Hit us with your number. Let them know.
Wait, which one am I?
You're an 8.
An 8. I'm an 8.
As
Julia says, I'm a very mentally stable.
You're a healthy 8.
Yeah, a healthy 8.
And then if anyone listening didn't already know, I'm obviously a 3-wing 4. Google it. Or don't. You'll find out horrible things about my personality.
We should do like a little fitness Enneagram. How does that affect us?
Like a personality in fitness?
Yeah, that'd be cute.
Twist my okay. Next. Oh, so tell us about your lemonade now. I've given my spiel for my lemonade. Tell us about your lemonade.
Well, okay. Mine's not really a lemonade. It's by a lemonade brand.
Fair.
It's by the Minute Maid people. And it's a 0 sugar. I just found this, by the way. I found it because I was ordering DoorDash. And I wanted to get the lemonade. But they were out. And so the substitution that I marked was the mango passion punch thing.
Yeah.
Okay. This thing is so good. So it's 0 sugar. It's like maybe 5 grams of carbs total.
Okay.
Like it's low
And when you say total, we're talking like per 8 ounces.
Per 8
like
ounces,
classic juice, yeah.
So I think the reason I love this stuff so much is it tastes almost exactly like the, we had like juice in Ghana that they always gave us, and it tastes almost exactly like that.
Ooh.
And so it's really good, and I'm just like I keep drinking it. Even Ethan tried it. He's like, oh, this is so good.
Wait, that actually sounds delightful.
Yeah, it's really refreshing, and it tastes like mango, mostly mango. But it's like a little mix of a few other fruits, but mostly mango. It's so good.
Fun.
It's so good.
I know what I was thinking of the 0 lemonade sugar that we got together.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I've noticed I won't drink a full thing of that out of the fridge. But this thing has like this much left in it.
Yeah. Which I will now drink after this episode because it sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. So, and then let's go into the thing that we both like.
Pretty tough.
Guys, the Flourish protein pancakes. I don't know how to say it. I'm assuming it's Flourish, but it's spelled like flour.
Yeah. And
we got these at the Fitness Expo, and we both bought like 4 or 5 bags of it.
Easily, which for perspective for me is like what, 25 servings? It was great. It was a lot.
It's a lot of servings because I don't know that I've actually finished a full bag yet.
I just finished my 4th for reference. Give a carry on.
Well, but I got all the different flavors, so I'm bouncing between the different bags.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, some days I'll do the birthday cake one.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll do the vanilla. Sometimes I'll do the chocolate. They have different flavors. Mm-hmm. The vanilla, hands down, is their best flavor.
God tier. That's all 4 of mine were vanilla. Yeah.
So good, and they're low fat. They're so easy to make. If you have a mini waffle maker.
God. Okay, I will give you a pro tip. Mix the batter in a paper bowl instead of a normal bowl. Just save yourself. I love the environment. You're the best. Love you, babe. But I cannot mix this pancake mix in a bowl that I have to wash out. Well, and this is important to note. So what I do for my macros is I've been having a hard time, like I said earlier, life falling apart TM. I've been having a hard time getting my meals in. And so this is an iconic perfect meal for me. It's like 70 carbs. No, it's 60 carbs, 45 protein.
Oh yeah, because there's protein in the pancakes.
There's tons of protein. So it's 45 grams of protein for one meal, and it takes 5 minutes to make. You literally pour water into mix and then put it in a pan, flip it, and then put sugar-free syrup on top. And it's half my macros for the day. Easy to make and super healthy. And what I'll do is the reason I say the paper plate is so I don't have time to sit and flip 8 pancakes, which is how much 2 servings technically makes. So what I'll do is I'll cut the amount of water I add to the mix in half, so it makes 4 thick pancakes.
Yeah.
Cuts my eating time in half.
And you could do waffles too.
You
I have
can.
a little mini waffle maker. They're like $10 at Target to get the mini waffle
and they make
makers.
cute little shapes.
I know ours is the frozen one. Like it's like makes a snowflake on it. But you're right, they're so good. And what you can do too is I saw some people do this where you can mix in the sugar-free maple syrup and add like cinnamon to make it almost like the McDonald's McGriddle.
Yeah.
So something like that where there's like cinnamon. I am a chocolate chip pancake kind of girl. Mm-hmm. And so I do that and it's so good.
I mean
so good.
I literally am going to order 8 packs next time
so
I order.
flourish.
Yeah, flourish. Floor.
Send us pancakes.
Oh my god. I will walk, you know the Red Bull girls at college who like walk around and put flourished pancakes on my back at the gym. You sir, take some flourish. You need to flourish.
You need to flourish.
I am sold. Well, and I'm someone who I'm not vegan, vegetarian. I would like to be. I'm very picky and have a lot of dietary trauma. So I have a hard time getting my protein in a lot of the times because the easiest way to get protein is just pound a ton of chicken. And I will get physically ill if I eat too much like meat in a row. And so the flourished pancakes, the reason mine are almost all gone is because when I have a day and I really need to hit that protein macro, eating pancakes is the most painless way to get my protein in possibly imaginable. So
yeah, if you're someone that doesn't like to eat, egg whites with deli slices.
The pain. Or even the thing that I think you should bring up next, which is, what do you call your chomps?
Yeah, chomps. Okay, I feel like everyone has someone in their life that's obsessed with Trader Joe's.
Oh, the token Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. They have, and I think they sell these at Costco now too. They're called chomps. Mm-hmm. And they're like, they have beef, turkey, and like a spicy one that are just like beef, like they're just like meat sticks. Like
no, they're literally sticks of meat.
Yeah,
like a meat stick.
But
they're room temperature, right?
It's such
so
a good
it's
snack.
kind of like jerky adjacent.
No, it's like
I know
Slim Jim.
nothing.
It's like a Slim Jim.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they're like healthier versions. The turkey one has really low fat, so it's like an amazing snack to keep in my gym bag.
How are they on sodium?
I don't know. It's a good question. I'll have to look. They're probably a little bit higher in sodium.
Oh, how the turntables have turned. Me asking you about the sodium in your snacks.
I know. I'm pretty good, though, because I don't eat a ton of processed foods.
No.
So the foods that I eat in like that are processed take up all my sodium for the day, because all my other food is like boiled chicken.
Broccoli.
Veggies. Yeah.
I can't believe it's not butter.
We just got a new steamer, so I'm so excited.
Yeah, no, if I could do just like a straight up meat stick, that would be a absolute game changer. Like if you can handle a Slim Jim, pop this in. Add it to the routine.
Slim Jims are good.
Girl,
I love that stuff.
Respectfully disagree.
From Indiana.
You Midwesterner. Mm-hmm. All right. I think we have time for one last topic.
Okay, tell me which one.
I think we need to hit what are our favorite fitness like activity, like things to do at the gym right now. So like I'm thinking off the top of my head, I am really into pole dancing right now.
Yes, you are.
Like, so, oh my god. It is if Zumba and pull-ups had a baby. That's what pole dancing is. It's literally like if yoga, Zumba, and pull-ups just went into one. It takes massive athleticism. It takes dance. It takes timing. It takes working through fatigue. It's team-related. I mean, I've talked about it on here before. I don't like group classes, but I get so lost just sweating it out in the middle of a pole class. Like, people are, like, cheering for each other, and you're rooting, it's like, it's that team environment that I don't really get at, like, a gym class, per se. So, that's my bit right now, honestly. It's helped with my flexibility, because I've lost some flexibility.
Yeah, the mobility helps, I did pole dancing for a long time back in Rancho, and it is astonishingly hard. I mean, people I feel more of like it's actually kind of like acrobatics mixed with like some gymnastics mixed with like dance, like mixed with the group fitness like it is a lot. There's a lot happening.
I always forget the acro element because I just start. So in pole dancing, there's like the difference between floor work, which is where you're doing like splits and twists and that kind of stuff, or like climbing and inverts and stuff like that. When that's more the acrobatics that
I liked the acrobatics because I was a gymnast.
Great at that.
I like to be upside down.
Yeah. See, I just went upside down for the first time last night.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still like, whoa. So I'm catching up, but it's very fun. And the reason I wanted to talk about it too is like, I have been wanting to make a video for a long time of like, this is what cardio can look like, because I know me personally, when I first started trying to lose weight, I was like, ugh, cardio is treadmill, cardio is Stairmaster, which I've grown to love. But I had a really rigid view of what cardio looked like. And now that I've started incorporating more like hiking and pole dancing and all of that good stuff, I have found cardio to be much more painless in that way.
Yeah, cardio can be so many things. I know some people do like Orange Theory as their style of cardio. Some people do swimming as their style of cardio. What was the other one I thought of? There's... I'll think
There's
of it.
so many. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I think it's really easy to demonize cardio and be like, cardio in any way, shape, or form sucks. But, like, if you're out at 1 a.m. on a Saturday dripping sweat, drunk at the club, you're doing cardio. Like, sorry.
Yeah, we can just do it in a healthy way.
Yes, yeah. But, like, I honestly, I have as much fun totally sober with my pump and pre-workout doing my pole dancing class at 7 p.m. on a Thursday as I do
it's good
on a
to
Saturday.
have that variety and stuff.
Yes.
To change it up and to like find another modality that you still get your same thing in. It's just a little bit different.
Shaking it up.
Yeah, and it's also it's kind of some strength training in there too.
Kind of some strength training? Ma'am.
Well, it depends what class you're doing.
That's true, that's true.
Because I did some classes where I was like, we didn't do any, because like if you go to beginner classes or if you go to just invert classes, you know, they do change with the strength levels, but it is definitely good to always have something that you can go do that's fun and has like community and so I haven't done stuff like that in a long time.
Well, because I feel like right now not to speak for you, but if I had to guess as your best friend / client what your current obsessions are as far as activities would be, I feel like they're mostly recovery focused. Is that a fair assessment?
If I have time.
Yeah. Okay. This is if you have time.
But
yes.
In regards to like my actual workouts, inside, like I only work out pretty much inside the gym. Like that's my thing. But yeah, I'm doing saunas a lot more now. I'm having some water retention that I don't like from all the traveling that I've been doing. Yeah. Which is just miserable for me personally. I hate feeling like watery.
Well, and that's going to happen to a ton of people because we're heading into travel season.
Yeah. So we'll have to talk about water retention.
Oh, absolutely.
At some point. And then so I have a cyst that's in the back of my knee that still drains occasionally.
Ouch.
And the Normatec sleeves. Those things are so expensive, first of all. I want to buy some, but they're like $800.
What are they?
They're compression sleeves. Like, they're these massive compression sleeves that, like, blow up. And they basically help push and circulate blood through your legs, can help with the drainage of, like, lactic acid and make your legs feel better. And that actually helps me with the swelling that goes on behind my knee, is the Normatec sleeves. So, we're in different spots with the extracurriculars right now. Because mine's, like, if I have extra time, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to Choose. I'm going to do all the recovery. They have, like, a body shop or something that they call it, where it's all the recovery stuff. And I'll prioritize that and still do my cardio on the treadmill or whatever. Because I actually enjoy just walking on the treadmill.
I mean, our fitness journeys are so, like, you got that stuff down. I listen to audiobooks down. Yeah.
I enjoy audiobooks on the treadmill. Yeah. Or regular books. I will hold them.
Oh my gosh, you non-sweaty person.
But it is good to find things that make you feel fulfilled in your fitness, whatever that looks like. Because when I do my recovery and I just sit there and chill and like relax, for me, I'm like, okay, that was good. And that like makes me feel ready for the next time I go. And I think maybe those extracurriculars that you do are making you feel ready for the next time. Because also in the gym, that's helping you for your like pole dancing stuff too. So it's kind of like they both work simultaneously together, which is cool.
And I think that's actually a perfect way to wrap up the episode, because my therapist said something, God bless Suzanne. She said, because I told her, I said, look, Suzanne, I'm doing all the air quotes right things. I'm eating healthier, not according to Rachel, but healthier than the average person. And I'm going to the gym. I'm doing my best. I'm going to the gym. I go for walks. I journal. I am responsible, blah, 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 blah. And I'm still not feeling better. And my therapist, God bless her, I've had her for 8 years. She looks at me and she's like, you know, you're a really smart person to not be curiouser about how to make yourself feel better. Mm-hmm. She's like, you're way too smart to not be curious about how to solve this problem. And I was like, whoa. And so that takeaway, I've been thinking about this whole episode just in the back of my head. I'm like, all of these little obsessions, little fun things are things that you get to be excited about and be curious about and explore, because this is just our flavor. Who knows what your flavor is going to be? And so I think that would just be my ending note of encouragement is we say all of this not to overwhelm you or to feel like you need to run and spend a ton of money on all of these different things. Like, we say this because a fitness journey should be fun and it should be fulfilling. And it should inspire some curiosity in finding out more about yourself and how you work. Do you have any last thoughts on obsessions? And
no, sometimes they can be healthy.
Yeah, sometimes they can.
Yeah, sometimes they can.
Well, I don't know about you, but I want to know what our listeners are obsessed with. So we will be, I mean, we've talked about like 5 different video ideas on this. And so we'll listen back, we'll get those pumped out, but we would love if you'd reach out to us on Instagram at @GGGP_podcast. DM us your current gym obsessions. We'll feature them on a story, share them out. Just
maybe we'll get some by them ourselves.
Truly.
Try them out.
Influence us. Yes, please.
Yes.
It's cyclical.
We're easily influenced.
We really are so much. But yeah, hit us up there. And then if you're more of an email person, we are available at girlsgainsandgrowingpains@gmail.com.
Awesome. This has been
another great episode of Girls Gains and Growing Pains.